Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Armfield. I'm the owner and creator of TextP2P. So I'm just here to give you a walkthrough, a system walkthrough of our system, a little overview and training that'll hopefully explain how things work. I try to make this system as simple as possible for people, but I know some of the concepts could be confusing at first, so let me walk you through it and explain it, and I hope you go through this whole video because I think it'll give you a lot of information on how to take advantage of all the features of TextP2P, and we do offer a lot that other companies don't. So let me start by, I'm just going to assume that you are a new free member, a free trial member, and you've signed up and you've received your 100 free credits, okay? So there's a difference between monthly credits and rollover credits. Monthly credits is when you get a package, you get so many monthly credits. So with the trial, we gave you 100 free credits to use, and those will expire at the end of the month, but you can always purchase additional rollover credits. So if you run out of credits or if you want credits that don't expire, the rollover credits is the way to do it. So if you want to get a volume discount, you can just click right here on buy more credits, and the more you buy, the cheaper the credit price is, okay? So then there's the concept of a daily limit. Okay, a daily limit is 250 outgoing texts per phone number that you have. Okay, so with the trial plan and with the starter package, you have one phone number. So you can click right here and you can see your virtual phone number. The area code should be the same area code as your cell phone that you've signed up with. But of course, if we couldn't get that particular area code, we'll try to get one in the same state or general area of your cell phone. So, regardless of how many credits you have, you can have 10,000 credits, which means you could send 10,000 texts, but you can only send 250 per day, right? Because you're limited. And the reason that you're limited is because carriers, if they see more than 250 coming from a long code, a 10-digit number, they will block it potentially as being spam. And we do not want that to happen. So that's why we will provision you more phone numbers with our higher packages. If you need to send more than 250 per day, you can get 2 phone numbers and send 500, or go to our business plan and get 4 phone numbers to send 1,000. So I can show you that. Just let me review the pricing real quick. If you go to our TextP2P and click on pricing, you'll see our basic plans here, right? So after your free trial is up, after your 14 days and your 100 free credits, you'll automatically be converted into a $20 a month starter plan, which gives you 250 max outgoing texts, and you get 350 credits per month. Now let me scroll down to how credits work. So one SMS text where you're limited to 160 characters, that's 1 credit. Okay, I prefer to always send MMS text, which costs 2 credits, and basically you can just add a picture and that turns your text, your outgoing text, into a MMS message, which pictures just seem to be pictures, videos, audios, PDF documents. They just have to be less than 600K, kilobytes, and then it'll allow you to type up to 1,600 characters in a single text message, okay? And then finally, one of our features that very, very few other platforms offer is this feature called ringless voicemail. So you can record a message and have it go out to all your contacts without ever ringing their phone. It'll drop a voicemail message to their cell phone, and they'll just think that they missed a call from you, which is a great personal feature. And that is also 2 credits. Also down here is some frequently asked questions. I just suggest that you maybe review those before continuing. You can see we have several other packages here. But if you're looking for, more of a high volume package, just contact us. We can, depending on the amount of text that you're planning on sending, we can create a custom package for you and quote you, the volume discount that we can apply to that. Okay, so let's jump back over to, here we go, to our, this is our dashboard, right? Gives you information. So just be careful during your trial that, if you run out of credits or if you go negative, we do have a feature called auto replenish, which will automatically replenish and charge you for 250 additional credits. So, if you don't want to be charged, just don't go beyond your 100 credits during your trial period. Now, let me just review a couple things. Like, if you don't want that auto replenish turned on, you can just jump over here to your billing screen, and you can flip this little button here to turn it off, right? And you can update that. Canceling, of course, you can cancel your membership at any time. Just simply contact us and we will cancel it for you. Now, if you want to upgrade before your trial is over, you can just click here and you can upgrade your plan and start your plan before the 100 days is over, which is always a great thing to do. Maybe you want to go ahead and get your 350 credits now or more, depending on your plan. One other step that you want to do, first thing, is you want to go to your account screen. Now, with your account screen, you want to verify your information is correct. If you want to set up call forwarding, you can do so right here. You can forward to whatever number you want. So anybody who, any incoming calls, anybody who calls your number can get forwarded to your cell phone or to your landline or wherever you want. You just need to turn on call forwarding here. Now, it's 1 credit per minute for that incoming call, but you can type a number here to go along with that. Now, any incoming text, you will automatically get an email notification about those incoming texts for free. But if you want that text forwarded to your phone along with the notification, you just turn this on, and that would cost 1 credit per text that's forwarded to your phone. Now, very important, you do want to change your time zone to be whatever time zone that you are in. And also, we have an affiliate program down here. So if you're interested in joining our affiliate program, you can, without even joining our affiliate program, you can refer anybody by giving them your link, and you'll automatically get 200 credits for anybody that you refer. But if you're interested in referring lots of people, then I would suggest becoming one of our affiliate partners. Okay, so moving on. Additionally, you have the ability to add more credits, to turn on a out of office reply and auto reply for all incoming text, your billing screen, which we've already reviewed, your application screen would be useful if you want to integrate our platform with other platforms through Zapier or directly. And we definitely have help pages on that. So how to get started. The first thing that you want to do is go create a list. Okay, so when you come to your list screen, you won't have anything populated here, but you can see that I've already clicked the button, added a list. I have a list right here. I've added 3 contacts to this list. Now, you can manually add contacts by clicking the Add Contact button and typing in the information, but I would recommend coming to Actions and Import Contacts. And that way, you can import everything from an Excel generated CSV file. Okay, so download this CSV file as an example. And then once you get your file in the correct format, then you can just browse, select the file, click whether it has headers, you know, first name, last name, headers or not, and then click update. Now, if you want a more detailed explanation and a walkthrough of how to do that, we have lots of videos in our knowledge base under our help right here. So you can just click this. It takes you to our help center. If you click on how to, you're going to see lots of videos that you know, walk you through various things like how to import contacts, how text surveys work, how to set up recurring texts, things like that. So you know, don't worry, we've got you covered with videos for everything. You know, down here is the application API that I was talking about. So if you don't find what you need, feel free to reach out to us and we will help you get started. Now, once you've set up your list and you've imported your contacts, then you will have your contacts imported here. Now, if you want to edit those contacts, you can just click on them. You can, you know, edit, you can add tags. These custom fields could be like their birthday, their renewal date, things like that. And these custom fields can be merged into outgoing text messages along with first name, email, phone number, things like that. So you could say in your text message, you could say, hey, Greg, just wanted to let you know that your product is renewing on, you know, such and such a date, and those can be automatically generated, you know, in your outgoing text messages. Now you can also create and keep notes on people. You can assign people to different lists, and I only have one list here, but if I had more lists, you'll see all the lists over here, and you can move people from list to list, and tags are just further ways of segmenting people. You know, maybe you have your VIP customers. Maybe you have everybody in lists, but you tag them as, you know, out of your VIP customers. You have your inactive customers, things like that. And then you can use those when you're ready to send. So once you have your contacts imported, you have your list created, you can simply go to campaigns, and this is how you can send out a bulk message, right? You just go create campaign. You fill in the information, you can schedule a text, you can mark it as recurring, you can select a file and turn it into an MMS text. Now, keep in mind that, you know, it's always a good practice. You can see, well, first, that personalization that I talked about is right here with the first name. If you want to see all the personalization tags, just click right here. And that will insert their first name into the message. But like I was saying, it's always a good idea to tell people how to opt out, at least on the first message. Now, the great thing about long codes is they're not required to opt in. They don't have to explicitly opt in to receive a text from you like they would with a short code provider, somebody who provides a 5-digit marketing number. Those people have to explicitly opt in to receive a text. But since it's coming from a long code, your virtual number, right, is basically just a proxy for you. It's no different than you sending from your personal cell phone to them. If they're your customer and you have permission to call or text them already because they gave you their information, then you have no problem here using our system as well. But it's always nice to let them know that they can reply stop to opt out. Okay. Now you can see I've already created one here. If you click on the list name, obviously it takes you over to the list, but if you click on the campaign name, it will bring up the details, and you can see, you know, basically I've selected my test list, I've named the campaign test, I've left the default text, I've scheduled it to go out, and I've even attached a picture. So this one has already been sent. Now, it's always a good idea. No, one great feature about this is if I wanted to copy this, I can just click copy, and it'll create a brand new text replica of this guy. And then I could go in and I can change whatever I want. So you can see as I'm typing gibberish here that my character count is increasing, right? Now, if this was an MMS message, you would see that it would be limited to 160 characters, but I do allow you to split a message into two. So if you really want to, you know, type up to 305 characters, I think you can do that. It'll just split it into two messages without a picture. And if I wanted to, I can save this. It'll save it as a draft. If I want to hit test, it will send the cell phone that you've registered for yourself a test message. And I always recommend doing that before sending it out to a big group. Send yourself a test to make sure it looks good. If I hit save, oh, my scheduled date is wrong. If you get an error like this, just hit the create button. Everything will be loaded for you automatically. I'm just going to blank out the scheduled date for now and hit save. And now you can see it's saved as a draft. You can see it's in a draft mode here. If you had sent a text, it would also put it in a draft mode and successfully send you that text. After you hit send, if you have a scheduled date, hitting send will actually in-queue the message to be sent whatever date and time you picked. But if you don't have a date, it'll be sent immediately. And then you can just click on recipients here, and you can see who it was sent to, and you can actually see the status, and if it failed to send, it would have a reason. So a lot of useful information there, but really sending messages is that simple. That's all you need to do. We also have a bulk scheduler. So if you wanted to import everyone and schedule a text for their birthday, you can do that. You could just import a CSV and it will schedule out all the texts, you know, for the entire year. And we have a video on that, training on that as well. So keywords. So our keywords, our ringless voicemail, our workflow, our surveys, these are more advanced features. Let me jump over to this account where I already have some keywords set up. And the way they work is this is where people can text a word to your cell phone number, and you know, and that could kick off a text message reply or a series of text messages and ringless voicemail messages. It's a great way to have people that are not on your contacts to be opted into your list. So if you're a restaurant, or a shop, you have a shop, you could say text. You know, in this case, I say text P2P to my number, and I have a vanity number that I've set up. It's 877 text P2P. So I could tell people text ebook to 877 text P2P, and they will automatically be opted into our ebook, or they'll be opted into our list and receive information from us. And you could do the same thing. You know, tell people type coupon to you know, whatever your virtual number is, or if you are interested in setting up a vanity number, we can port that over for you, and we can tell you how to do that. And that's you can purchase a vanity number for a relatively cheap amount as well. So if you want to create a message, you just click on the create button there. Let me show you one that I've already created. Basically, I type my keyword, and obviously that keyword needs to be unique in, you know, for your number. and I assign it to a list. So anybody who types that keyword will automatically be assigned to that list. They'll automatically get this message in reply. And if I want to also ask for their name and their email address to collect some more information, it will send 2 follow-up texts to ask for that information. Now, keep in mind that each one of those is a text, so each one of those is going to cost you an additional credit. So just bear that in mind. You can also add a picture, and that will allow you to type up to 1,600 characters in that reply if you want to do so. Now, an alternative that people do instead of asking for their name and their email address in follow-up text, they'll just give them a link to an existing landing page or form that they've set up that can collect that information, and more information if you want. And then the great thing is that form, whatever form you're using or whatever CRM or platform you're using, that can feed back into TextP2P through our Zapier integration. So that's another great way of handling it. Keywords are really powerful, and just contact us if you have any questions. There's a help video at the top as well. Now, a ringless voicemail. These are what I was explaining, where you can record a message. You just click create here, you type in your name, you select your list, gives you a number and a PIN to call. After you record your message and hang up, you just click on the Get Audio button. That'll retrieve the audio and it'll populate here. You can set a date and time, and you can even populate a caller ID. And you just hit send, and that whole list will get that ringless voicemail that you just created. So that's a really really nice feature. It allows your customers to hear your voice. Maybe you want to welcome them into your platform or your loyalty program or whatever you have. Next, we have workflow automations. So workflows are tied to lists. So you can set up a workflow. This is like a drip campaign. So you can set up a workflow. You can see, like when you become a TextP2P customer, you get opted into this welcome automation. And because you are a user in this list, if I click this, you'll see that I've set up a series of text messages of 5 or 6 text messages and 1 ringless voicemail message. And basically you can see, this one will go out 1 day after you've, signed up for the list. And this one will go out 1 day after that one, and this one will go out 1 day after that one. And basically it's a drip campaign where we give you information about our system to help with training. And that's a great way to welcome new users if you want to give them, a series of welcome text messages and ringless voicemail messages from you. So if you want to just add a text to it or add a RVM to it, you can just click those buttons. Make sure after you're done to hit publish. And if you make any changes, you have to republish those in order for those to go into effect. Now, once you have your drip campaign all set up, if you want to share it with other people, maybe that have other accounts that are on your team or in your company, you could export your automation and give it to them in a CSV file, and they could import it. So that is a nice feature if you have a team of people or multiple accounts that you want to share stuff between. And finally is surveys. So surveys are great. These are in-text surveys. So you don't have to provide people a link to a SurveyMonkey or a similar application like that where people have to actually click on a link, go to another system, because studies have shown that they're going to be less likely to do that where if you could just say, would you like to take a 3-question survey via text, you know, just reply with the word favorites in this case, right? So you just tell people, hey, would you mind answering 3 questions or however many you have set up via text? And all they have to do to start it is to type whatever keyword you want. So this keyword is similar to the keywords that we already talked about, except this one kicks off a survey when they type the keyword. And you can click right here and you can see I've added a couple questions. It's kind of similar to the workflow automation where you can have basically just question 1, question 2, and what you do is see what's your favorite flavor of ice cream. It adds a default picture, but you can change the picture if you want, and you don't number these. You just list 1 answer per line up to you can have 300 characters in the question and 1,300 characters in the answer. And when you hit save, it will automatically number the answers for you. So when the person, and it also automatically adds this text at the bottom that the person, they just have to reply with a number. So if that looks good to you, you can just close it and you can see it added another question, question 3 at the end. So that is the whole system in a nutshell. And the only other thing that I didn't talk about is when people reply to you, you will see this little inbox will have a blue dot next to it, and you will see their responses right here. You'll see ones that are marked unread, and you can click on those. And this is where you can start a new conversation, right? You can back and forth text people. You can even click this create message right here to start a new conversation with somebody. You can do that as well. You can schedule, you can add media as well. They can send you pictures back. So this is your inbox, and you'll see it will have a little blue dot, and you'll also get a notification when you get incoming replies. Now our site is mobile friendly, so you can log in on a browser on your cell phone, and you can access your inbox and reply to people as well. So if you have any additional questions, you know, certainly go through our help center that we talked about. You know, review our pricing and our frequently asked questions, but feel free to reach out to me if you need additional training, if you need additional help, or reach out to our support. Support at TextP2P is our email address, and somebody will definitely help you get going and answer any questions, whatever we can do. All right, well, thanks. That's all for today.